The American Wartime Museum is going to be different than anything else I think you've probably ever run into. Much different than any other military museum, in that it really doesn't focus on battles and campaigns and guns and tanks and airplanes, but it focuses on individuals, men and women in uniform and on the home front. And we're starting in World War I and going forward indefinitely into the future. So we're going to be talking about those people who have served their country. And what we particularly want to do is look at the values that those individuals have demonstrated in their service to the country. Loyalty, dedication, honor, duty, leadership, courage, and sacrifice. And that's what we want to focus on by telling the stories of those who have served, again, not only in uniform, but on the home front. We talk about, you've noticed here today that the t-shirts that the folks that are wearing around here that are working as volunteers, on the shirt it says, honor, educate, and inspire. And what we mean by that is we want to honor those who have served by telling their stories to the visitors who will come to this new museum, educating them about what they have done, and hopefully inspire our visitors to find some way they can serve their country or their community, whether be it in the military or in some role in their civilian lives. That's the mission of the museum. That's the vision that we have for this museum. We'll have the things like you're hearing in the background. We'll have the tanks, we'll have the airplanes, we'll have the other military artifacts, but that's really the background for telling the story of those who served.
Today's event, which we call our annual open house, it's an opportunity for visitors to come out and see a wide array of vintage military vehicles, a lot of armored vehicles, tanks. We had a Black Hawk helicopter today from Fort Belvoir. A lot of reenactors, American, British, Russian, and German. It's a great opportunity for our visitors, the men and women, families, some that are in service now. Many are veterans themselves. We had quite a few World War II veterans here today, Korean War veterans. And it's a chance for them to see the type of activities that our museum will put on a regular basis once we're open up. We'll have these individual landscapes of war, each one representing a different war, Korean War, Vietnam War, or whatever, and a large activity field similar to what you've seen here today. So on weekends in particular, we can do special programming. We could have Sherman Tank Day or MASH Day from the Korean War or whatever. And again, it's an opportunity for us. It's a fun experience. It's great for kids, families, kids, school groups in particular, because they're outside. They can run around. They can burn off some energy. But ultimately, it goes back to what Alan Kors talked about, which is teaching the values that the men and women that serve and served in the military have epitomized.
We have been blessed in mid-April of this year. We had a press conference jointly with the Prince William County Board of Supervisors announcing the new site for the museum. And it's good. There's about a 75-acre piece of land right on Interstate 95 at Dale City, right at the exit at Potomac Mills Shopping Mall, which is the second biggest tourist attraction in the state of Virginia. So we're really thrilled about this wonderful piece of land that we're going to have at a great location where it should make it very easy for visitors coming up and down Interstate 95, the main corridor on the east coast of the United States, literally going right past our museum. So we're very excited about the location. As Craig mentioned, we have this large piece of land that will have what we call the landscapes of war. There'll be a section devoted to World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and on into the future. So there'll be lots of outdoor spaces to have full-scale, life-size dioramas, not dioramas, but scenes of the period. Trenches in World War I. Could be the jungles of in World War II or Northwest Europe campaigns of bombed out French village. But on each of those sites, for each of those landscapes of war, each of those different periods, World War I, II, etc., there will be an interpretive center, a building on each of those sites that will help tell the story about that period of time.
In our main building of the museum, we will have something called the National Veterans Visitor Center. And we will have meeting spaces, banquet spaces, and a recording studio for oral histories. But it will be a place where we hope that military reunion groups will come each year. We cover all the military services, Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and from all these different wars of the 20th and 21st century. So any groups that want to come to the Washington area to have their reunion we're a perfect place. It's very difficult to get on military bases now, so these groups can come to our facility, they can have their meetings, their banquets, again recording their oral histories, and then we can take them out onto the landscape that they're interested in, or focusing on their particular branch of the military service or whatever. It's a chance for them to relive and share with their friends that they had this experience with, and in many ways it might be a cathartic experience. These are the guys that they feel comfortable talking with about what they lived through together. So we think in that way we'll provide a great service to them. Now coming to the younger generation, we are very concerned, as a lot of older Americans, that maybe our younger people, our students, our children, are not learning about these values that Alan spoke about, and service and sacrifice. And it doesn't always have to be military service. It could be service on the home front. It could be volunteering for a Wounded Warriors program. It could be serving in some other organization that supports the country in times of war. But we want these kids to come and understand, yes, have fun, yes, run around, yes, see the cool vehicles, yes, we'll let you get inside this armored personnel carrier or helicopter. But we also want them to leave with a sense of, boy, that was kind of, not cushioned inside that tank. That backpack I put on was kind of heavy. Now I understand what my dad was talking about. And so we think across the generations we'll get those messages across. We envision that most of our tour guides and docents will be veterans themselves. And it's really quite possible someone could be, say, an Iraq war veteran that's the tour guide for Vietnam, and while he or she are talking about the Vietnam landscape and talking about themes and important technologies or trends, they can also relate to their own experience in Iraq, and it'll bring it all together in that way.
The best way to do that is to go to our website, www.nmaw.org, nmaw.org. We think we have a very good website, very informative about the mission, about who's involved in this, the leadership. I think you'll enjoy the website. It'll be fun to cruise through it, but that's the way to stay in touch with us. Sign up particularly join as a member, get on our mailing list, so to speak, and we'll keep you informed of all the activities that are coming up in the future.
We also do a lot of outreach programs with veterans groups. I am proud to say that the VFW, the American Legion, DA Disabled American Veterans, AMVETS, and Military Officers of America Association are all supporting and or endorsing us. In fact, 3 of those organizations, the VFW, the American Legion, and AMVETS, included our brochures in their national convention packets. We'll be doing a lot of outreach opportunities where we'll go to speak to different VFW or American Legion posts. For example, I'm actually speaking in September to a World War II group of prisoners of war that were held in Romania. So wherever there are people that are interested in our cause, we will go.
The American Wartime Museum.
Citizens serving the cause of freedom.